Hello everyone, I am Mary McCloskey and I'm one of the math coaches for Kalamazoo Public Schools. Today is our first lesson of the Summer Learning for All video series. In these videos, we will show you some fun ways you can practice your math skills at home. So let's get started. Taking a look at this picture, I want you to think about which one doesn't belong. And what is your reasoning for the one that you choose? So once you have one, I want you to try to think of a reason why another one doesn't belong. I'm going to give you a little bit of think time. If you already have one, keep watching to hear why each one might not belong. If you need more think time, go ahead and hit pause and then restart the video when you are ready. So here are some possible reasons why each triangle might not belong. Triangle S is the only triangle with a right angle. Triangle T is the only triangle with no vertical side. Triangle U is the only acute triangle. Remember, acute means angles less than 90. Triangle V is the only triangle with a height greater than 7 units. So let's take a look at some follow-up questions. The side length of each square on the grid is 1 unit. First, I want you to think about what types of triangles do you see? Go ahead and hit pause to give yourself some think time, and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. Triangle S is a right triangle. T and V are both obtuse triangles, and U is an acute triangle. Now I want you to think about which triangle has the greatest area and show your reasoning. Remember, area is the amount of space inside the shape. Again, hit pause to give yourself some think time and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. Triangle S has an area of 6 square units. T has an area of 14 square units. U has an area of 12 square units, and V also has an area of 12 square units. How'd you do on that one? Let's take a look at that last question. Which triangle has the longest side? And explain how you know. Again, hit pause, think through that question, and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. Triangles T and V both have the longest side. One way to think about it is to take a look at each of those corners. So if I was at V and I wanted to get up to this other side here, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4 units up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to the right. The same thing is true for triangle T. I could go from this corner to this one by moving 1, 2, 3, 4 units up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to the side. That tells me that those lengths are actually the same, even though it might not look like that. How did that one go for you? So we're going to have a mathematical mindset minute for each of these videos. For this week's video, we're focusing on the fact that everyone can learn math to the highest levels. There is no such thing as a math person. Everyone can achieve at any math level, and that includes you. The more work you do, the smarter you get. That's pretty cool. Just remember, you are in control of how much effort you put forward in math and anything in life. So let's get on to our lesson. We're going to focus on how much paint is needed to paint the walls in your room. So you are planning to paint your bedroom a new color, but you don't know how much paint you will need. What information do you think you will need to figure this out? Go ahead and hit pause, give yourself some think time, and hit play when you're ready to hear the answer. The information that you're going to need is that you need to find the area of the walls that are going to be painted. So how do you think we can find out the area of the walls? So here's a helpful video that's going to step us through that. Let's check it out.
If you've ever been starting a project and you're unsure of exactly how much paint to buy, don't worry, you're not alone. Welcome to another episode of DIY with the Value Guy. Today, we're going to show you that figuring out how much paint you need is actually quite simple. For example, if your room were 10 feet by 12 feet, you would double the length, double the width, and add them up to get the perimeter of the entire room. In this case, it's 44 feet. If the ceilings were, say, 8 feet high, then you would multiply the height of the room by its perimeter, or multiply 8 by 44 in this case. This leaves you with 352 square feet of wall to be painted. Of course, there's a fair chance that your room has windows and doors as well. That's how you get in. These should be subtracted from the total surface area. Let's say the window is roughly 9 feet square and the door is 16. This leaves us with 327 square feet for the room. Since 1 gallon of paint covers approximately 400 square feet of wall, 2 coats would require about 2 gallons. And remember, it's always best to use a good primer before painting your walls. But to save you the extra time and money, we recommend our Dutch Boy Dirt Fighter Paint Plus Primer, which can be applied directly to most previously painted surfaces or uncoated drywall without the use of a separate primer. It offers excellent coverage, long-term durability, as well as being washable and scrubbable. Thanks for watching DIY with the Value Guy. We'll see you next time.
So the key measurements that you're going to need to find the area of your walls are you're going to have to measure the length and width of the floor and also measure the height. So let's get to our assignment. That's what you're going to be working on. So you're going to choose a room in your house to measure for painting. The first thing you're going to do is find the area of the walls in square feet. Now remember, 12 inches is also the same as 1 foot. As you saw in the video, we also need to subtract any doors and windows. So for this assignment, you don't need to measure those. Just assume that each window is 9 square feet and each door is 16 square feet. Now to measure it, you could use a measuring tape or a ruler if you have those at home. But if not, you can download an app on your phone for a ruler. If you have an iPhone, the Tape Measure app works pretty well. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to determine how many gallons of paint you will need. Now remember, each gallon covers 400 square feet, and I want you to assume that you will need 2 coats of paint. Once you figure that out, I want you to draw a sketch of your room, label all the measurements, and record all of your work for finding the amount of paint needed. Lastly, you're going to take a photo of the room you're measuring so we can see that, and then also a photo of all your calculations, sketches, and the amount of paint you found that you're going to need, and send those pictures to the following email: johnsonma@kalamazoopublicschools.net. I hope you have a good time trying to figure out how much paint you would need to paint your room. Now, if you need any help, remember to watch that video. You can see everything that's on this slideshow as many times as you want. There's also going to be a time to get online for extra help as well. Watch out for that time too. Hope you have a good time. See you next week.